Hey guys, it's a rainy morning over here in Smithfield, Rhode Island. I am currently in front of the Homestead Mills. These are a series of mills from the 1800s that were textile mills, and a lot of people worked here, and in the 20th century they were converted to condos. So what I'm going to do out here today is we're going to do a little walk around the village of Georgiaville in Smithfield, Rhode Island, and try to find some historical relics. Apparently there's ruins of an ice house where they used to store ice over the summer. They harvested from the pond. We're gonna see some train tracks, and I'm gonna find the old dam from 1850 that still stands today. So let's go check out what history Georgiaville Pond in Smithfield has to offer. Come and join me. So there used to be a mill called the Burning Mills over here. I think it was one of these buildings, but the ones over there used to be a mill, and they burned down a few decades ago. That's the Homestead Mill right there. And we're gonna walk towards the actual pond of Georgiaville right now and find the ruins of the pillars where the train used to run through for the textile mills. So let's see what's over there. All right, so in here are the ruins of the old train tracks. These pillars would elevate the train tracks above the ground, and the train would drive straight over here. It's a little bit heavily wooded, but you can see these are the old remains. It would go right from the pond, which is that way, and it would head up the hill over here. Insane how these still are around. Here's some of the foundation, it looks like. This area is where the old ice house would have been. I think these are still some of the pillars from the train tracks. But if we go up this path right here, we're gonna get a good view of the pond. That's Georgiaville Pond. And in the distance you see that island over there. People try to swim every year from that island, or I'm sorry, from the land to the island and back, and it's a lot further than people think, and unfortunately many of them have drowned over the years. There is a small memorial that way in the parking lot we'll go check out. As explained earlier, so this is where the old ice house would have been. This is they used to call them ice houses in the 1800s. They would store the ice that they would harvest from the pond in the winter and keep it in an insulated house during the summer, so that way they can still get ice to keep their things cold when they needed to. I don't know if they needed to make a margarita or what, but the building would have been somewhere around here. And unfortunately, you can see the train tracks used to run through here. I guess a spark from the trains in the late 1800s hit the ice house and burned it down, and all that left was left inside at the end was the ice apparently, and then it melted. So again, this is the Woonasquatucket River. Been covered many times throughout my videos in Smithfield. Over here is the coast of the pond, and you can see there's a goose in the distance too. How about that? That's the island. It looks close, but it's a lot further away than people think, and Yeah, there's been some tragedies. That one is real far. I just tripped over the grass. Happy geese. Alright, they got some nice steers over here. Alright, over here is going to be the memorial. This was covered in the winter hike of this area, but we're going to check out this right here. So these are the names of the people who perished over the years. The first one was in 1873, last one was 2017, and again, many of them are people trying to swim to the island. Apparently there's either cold springs or it's young people who are drinking and they don't know how to swim. But one of them, and I think it is Frederick Kendricks, I don't want to be mistaken, but one of them fell through the ice. They actually were trying to harvest ice in the winter, I guess, for the ice house. It was in the 1800s, and I guess the horse or the carriage that he was on fell through the ice and he drowned. So RIP. Looked like he was 18 years old on that chart. Right now we're gonna go walk to the end of the dam over here. In the earlier video of Georgiaville Pond, I hiked the trails with my friend Andrew back there. There'll be a link to that video at the end. And that was a little bit more of a descriptive tour of Georgiaville Pond. This is just a little rainy day walkthrough for you guys. So let you get this. I can give you the same view that I get to see a lot when I hike these trails. Unfortunately, today is a little chilly and cold, but hey, I'm not gonna let that stop me. Here's the little mini island down there. And right now we're walking on the dam of the pond. This holds the water back. This pond is a man-made pond, I believe. They dammed it up as part of the Woonasquatucket River. You can see back there the river is flowing. We'll get closer to that. But they used the river. They would control the flow of the water through the dam to feed the mills, the Burnin and Homestead mills that were behind us earlier. I don't believe that there's a limit on the size of boats that can go in this pond either, because it is a big pond. It looks like a lake, so technically you could put a yacht on here if you wanted. They definitely ride jet skis for sure. People canoe. And it looks like we're almost getting a little bit of snow or slush. It is chilly. Here's a mint plant trying to grow through. Alright, look at this. Here's the Woonasquatucket River. There's the canyon. You can see over millions of years how that rock was carved out by the river. Let's head up to the dam right here. So the original dam, which is featured here, was built in the 1850s apparently. Someone's got a beach ball down there. There's the waterfall. Alright guys, I'm currently in front of the Georgiaville Pond waterfall. So again, the dam behind me was built in the 1850s. We're walking on the dam itself right now, and we just saw the ice house earlier, which was the remains of the old house or building they would store the ice in for the summer. I want to get a little more conspiratorial now, and I understand there's rumors that there was some kind of an old building or a store or something in the woods behind this place, Georgiaville Pond. I just heard a rumor that it like collapsed, or I don't know. I haven't heard much about this, but there's some mysterious building or store, I guess, that used to be in the woods that is no longer there. And I don't know if there's any remnants or ruins, but I know the general area where it's supposed to be. So let's go check it out and see if we can find anything at all. So over there are the ruins of the train tracks again, the old pillars. There's a strange detour sign here, which I don't know why that's there. Now I wanted to again see if I can hunt for any remnants of a possible store or something. I don't know why I heard that rumor, and it's probably all just fantasy, but I'm sure a mysterious building with all that history would have some remnants around here. We do have this whole area fenced off over here. You know, these homes almost look like that they were old mill buildings themselves. They were converted to homes. Look at the stone. These got to be hundreds of years old. All right, we're walking up to the bridge now that's going to cross the Woonasquatucket River. And this area is beautiful. This actually kind of reminds me almost of something from Europe, the way that the river looks with this bridge. So let's go on here. I'm going to say that I was not able to find any remnants of an old candy store anywhere. The closest is going to be the train tracks and the ice house that are top of the hill over there that we saw. But if anybody in Smithfield knows history of an old candy store that may have collapsed or burned down in this Georgiaville area, please let me know in the comments. Otherwise, I'm just going to put it in the realm of conspiracy or fantasy. But yeah, guys, I'm going to end the video here on this bridge. It is beautiful. You can definitely see there's a lot of history behind it. You know, God knows how long these old stone pillars have been here for. But even though it's not a huge hike, if you like history, you just want a little walk outside, get away for a bit, Georgiaville Pond in Smithfield, Rhode Island has got a lot of great views and old relics left behind. So thank you for watching. There's going to be a lot more history coming up and a lot more hikes. And I do appreciate you guys tuning in. Have a good one.